Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning, beautiful empaths. Guys, there's a fountain behind me somewhere there. Should be, yeah. How do I do? Yeah, so there's a fountain behind me right there. And whenever I come to this place, it brings back a lot of memories. So it takes me back like a year ago when I was struggling with healing, when I was trying to do everything that was in my power to heal myself after narcissistic abuse. So first of all, I'm going to explain more why am I talking about that fountain. Before I explain why I'm talking about the fountain, I welcome all of you to my page. This is Denzomos, and it's another video in the nature. So I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to talk about raising your vibration. So in my journey, in my healing journey, I've noticed that actually raising your vibration after narcissistic abuse is one of the most important things you can do when you've just left those individuals, because it puts you on a certain vibration whereby you become like a narcissist repellent. So it's like you reach that extent whereby a narcissist will try to come to you, and somehow they cannot penetrate your aura. So they cannot handle your presence because you're vibrating so high that somehow they feel that they are not even worthy. Even if they want to trick their way into your life, they cannot find the gate, or they cannot even find the door. I just like this view when the sun is like, So basically, people, this video might get long, but if that so happens the case, then I'm going to divide it into two sections, because I know a lot of people watching my videos when they're on their way to work, or sometime in their work, or in their break time, or what. So if it gets long, I'm going to divide the video into two parts. Now, people, if you've been with me for a while, if you've been following my page for a while, you've not heard me talk about revenge. It's not that page where you find me telling you which way you're going to go and hurt the narcissist, which are the things that are going to make them hurting and what. So I'll never talk about things. I'll never advise any of my followers to go back there and start doing things that are going to hurt the narcissist. If I'm talking about hurting the narcissist, practically I don't understand how energy works. Because finally, if you understand how energy works and how a narcissist operates, then you know that actually by you going around to go and hurt the narcissist, you're the only person standing in your way, and your healing is not anytime soon. So you'll never find me talking about going, if you do this, this one is going to hurt the narcissist, this one is going to do some sort of revenge. You'll never hear me talking about revenge. And even I've done a video and I've told you, do not do revenge whatsoever. So the very big reason why I'm talking about this situation is you cannot believe that you're going to hurt somebody who is working with the spirit. A narcissist is working. There's a demon working behind the narcissist. So you're not going to tell me that you're going to go and hurt something. You're going to go and hurt a demon. You're going to go and hurt a narcissist. You're dealing with energy. This is not something you're telling me, because me on narcissist, I've always seen it on a spiritual level. So you're not going to tell me that you're going to do something that is going to hurt a demon. How can you hurt a demon? Let's be honest, people. How can you hurt a demon? So anyhow, on my page, you'll never hear me talk about those kind of things. Now, raising your vibration, people. Very, very important. Very important. I never knew how important was raising my vibration until I did my search, and I did my research, and I did my study. So when I found out what I was dealing with in the first place, I put aside the physicality of the narcissist because I had already come to come to the conclusion that I had always been dealing with the spirit, and I'd always been dealing with the demon. So, how do you raise your vibration exactly? First of all, the secret, the very, very first secret you need to understand is that you have been dealing with energy. If you start to look at everything on energy perspective and understanding that everything you've ever been dealing with is energy, that is one of the number one secret is going to help you to go on a full, complete healing journey and the recovery process. So why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about energy? Because you see, let me tell you something. The reason why I've told you in this video that you will never hear me talking about going to hurt the narcissist, because every time when you sit around there and thinking about ways how you're going to hurt the narcissist, if you have left a narcissist and every day on a daily basis you're waking up every morning and thinking about which ways are you going to use to hurt the narcissist, actually what you're doing in particular is that you are stepping back. And you are the only one delaying and standing in your own healing journey. Anytime when you're thinking about means to go and hurt the narcissist, you are actually standing in your own healing journey, and healing is not anytime soon. Healing for you will not be anytime soon when you're thinking about hurting the narcissist. Why am I talking like this? Is because everything is energy, and every moment where you feel that you want to send that energy back to the narcissist because you feel, yes, they have hurt you and they have done all these kind of things to you, and now you think you are going to send back that energy to them, what is happening behind the scenes? You are delaying you're delaying your own healing progress. That is number one. You need to understand everything is energy, and first of all, what you're going to do is you have got to stop anything you are trying to do to hurt the narcissist. You are going to stop that, because why? You are building that negative energy in your body, and you're still building that energy is still building around you, because you are spending all the precious time you have instead of putting energy in yourself. You're thinking about energy that you're going to go back and send that energy back to the narcissist and hurt them in any way, in some kind of a way. So it doesn't work like that. And in my journey, what has happened is that when I understood that everything was energy, I forgot about the narcissist and I started working on myself. So you have heard about the coaches telling you about, talking about staying no contact, trying to, go ghost, go no contact, you know what I mean? I've talked about the safe zone. So basically what is happening behind the scenes is that you are supposed to block whichever energy the narcissist is sending your way through no contact, whereby now you're not calling them, you're not contacting them, SMS or whatever. So by doing that, you are blocking the energy coming to you, and secretly also you're one way or the other taking a step to raise your vibration, because when you stop negative energy coming to your side, you're allowing positive energy into your life, and in that way, one step, whether you know it or you don't know it, you're actually raising your vibration. Me myself, when I did that, when I stopped, when I started blocking myself from communicating or contacting the narcissist, I realized that actually I was always feeling good about myself, because I was having time to do these other things that I always wanted, so I was getting more positive energy in myself and for myself, and I was not allowing any more negative energy coming from the narcissist. So that was part of the very number one secret to raising your vibration. The second one, what you're going to do, guys, if this video is long, which I think it is, because we're talking about raising your vibration, I don't think I can explain that in a very short video. So I might have to break the video into like 2 or 3 parts. So we're going to see how it goes. Second one, what you're going to do. I connected a lot with nature. So most of the time, I remember in my journey when I was low, I used to come around and sit exactly in this area, in this spot. So I would just come in the nature, just take off my shoes, walk in the nature, have a very nice, beautiful long walk in the nature, maybe 30 or 40 minutes. And there were also those moments. That's why I showed you that fountain there, because I used to come around here and just sit down and listen to the fountain. You know what I mean? Listen to the birds, listen to the fountain, just connect with nature. Because for some reason I realized that every time I was coming to the nature and having long, beautiful walks, for some reason, at the end of the day, I was always feeling good about myself. I used to leave the park, and I used to leave this place feeling very, very good and very energetic. So it's like I discovered it was one of those secrets, especially this spot where I'm sitting. I used to come here and just listen to the fountain, you know, watch the birds, listen to the birds, connect properly, because that time it was summertime, so it was a very good weather. And I used to come and absorb myself in nature. And I realized also that somehow, it was one of those ways that I used to shut down the noise or to cut off the noise. So it's like it was a very quiet place and very harmonious place. Every time I came here and connected with nature, those energies I had within me, those energies I had absorbed for a long period of time, somehow they were getting dissolved anytime I came into nature, and I found myself feeling very good about myself. So that was one of the ways also I used personally to raise my vibration. Another way I used to raise my vibration was everything that I knew was connected to the narcissist and their negative groups of flying monkeys and whatever. I cut off all the narcissist. I cut off the narcissist and the circle of those fellas, individuals, in those groups of theirs who was actually aiding the narcissist behind my back. I cut off everybody. Now, guys, I've always told you in my videos, you've always heard me talk about energy. When you start to understand how energy works, especially in cases whereby you're dealing with narcissists, you're going to also find your way to freedom. You're going to find your way to a very successful healing, and it is going to open your gateway to the freedom. If you really start to understand how energy works. Anybody that I knew was involved with the narcissist, I knew they were part of the narcissistic energy. Flying monkeys, their brothers, sisters, and whatever, I cut off each and everybody who was involved with the narcissist. In that way, I was allowing myself to, when I was doing that, I was also not only doing that, but also allowing myself to attract better, positive people into my life. Of course, it didn't happen all of a sudden, because remember, you've been in a toxic relationship. So eventually, I cut them off, all of them, and then I was now starting to allow myself to attract more positive, beautiful souls into my life. It happened gradually, but eventually, I managed to do that. So I cut off the toxic people, narcissists, including their flying monkeys and all those people who was around in their circles, because I knew they were all part of the energy that I was building inside of me. So I had to cut them off so that I could now allow myself to attract more positive, beautiful souls into my circle. Guys, we're going to go to the second part of this video, because I can't make it longer than this. See you next time.